Can you tell us about your experience working on a farm?
I've worked on farms for over 5 years, mostly involved in planting, watering, and harvesting vegetables like tomatoes and lettuce. I've also operated small machinery like tractors and irrigation systems. I'm used to early mornings and working in different weather conditions, and I enjoy the physical nature of the job.
Are you comfortable working long hours, including weekends and holidays during peak seasons?
Yes, I understand that farm work often requires long hours, especially during planting and harvesting. I'm used to working 10 to 12-hour shifts and am flexible with weekends and holidays when needed.
What safety procedures do you follow when working on a farm?
I always wear proper protective clothing and follow guidelines when using tools or machinery. I'm careful with chemicals like pesticides and make sure to handle them according to instructions. Safety is important not only for me but for my coworkers too.
How do you handle physically demanding work in extreme weather conditions?
I stay hydrated, wear appropriate clothing, and take short breaks when needed. I'm used to working in both hot and cold conditions and always keep my focus on the task while taking care of my health.
Can you operate any farm machinery or tools?
Yes, I have experience operating tractors, irrigation pumps, and basic tools like hose and pruning shears. I've also done routine maintenance like checking oil levels and replacing filters.
Have you worked with livestock before? If yes, what kind of animals?
Yes, I've worked with dairy cows and chickens. My duties included feeding, cleaning stalls, and assisting with milking. I'm comfortable around animals and know how to handle them calmly.
How do you ensure the quality of the crops or produce you harvest?
I pay close attention to maturity levels and pick only when the produce is ripe. I also handle crops carefully to avoid bruising or damage and follow any sorting or packaging guidelines provided.
What would you do if you noticed signs of pest infestation or plant disease?
I would immediately report it to the supervisor. I know how important it is to act quickly. In the past, I've helped identify early signs of fungal infections and learned how to isolate affected plants.
Are you able to follow instructions and work independently if needed?
Yes, I always listen carefully to instructions, and once I understand the task, I can carry it out on my own. I take responsibility for my work and ask questions when unsure.
Why do you want to work on this farm?
I enjoy farm work because it keeps me active, and I like being part of producing food. I've heard good things about this farm's practices and would be proud to contribute to your team.
How do you prioritize tasks when given multiple assignments?
I start by identifying the most urgent and time-sensitive tasks, like irrigation or harvesting before bad weather. I organize my day with a plan, but I'm also flexible to adjust if something unexpected comes up.
Describe a time you had to work as part of a team on the farm. How did you contribute?
During the harvest season, I worked on a team picking and sorting grapes. I made sure to keep the pace with the group and helped others when they needed assistance. We communicated well to make sure everything was completed on time.
What do you do if you're unsure how to complete a task?
If I'm ever unsure, I ask a supervisor or coworker for clarification. I believe it's better to ask and do it right the first time, rather than make a mistake.
Do you have any certifications or training related to agriculture or machinery?
Yes, I have a certification in pesticide application and basic tractor operation. I've also completed a farm safety course which covered machinery, chemical safety, and emergency response.
Have you ever helped train new workers? What was that like?
Yes, I've trained a few seasonal workers during the harvest. I showed them the correct picking techniques, how to use tools, and how to work efficiently. I'm patient and like helping others succeed.
What would you do if another worker was not following safety procedures?
I would remind them of the correct procedure and encourage them to stay safe. If the issue continues, I'd inform a supervisor. It's important for everyone to work safely.
How do you take care of tools and equipment after use?
I clean tools after use and store them properly. For machines, I check fuel and oil levels and report any problems immediately. Taking care of equipment helps avoid breakdowns and keeps everyone safe.
Are you open to learning new farming techniques or working with new crops?
Absolutely. I enjoy learning and growing my skills. I've worked with vegetables, fruits, and even flowers, and I'm open to learning anything new that's needed.
What do you think are the most important qualities for a good farm worker?
Hard work, reliability, attention to detail, and a good attitude. Farming isn't easy, but with teamwork and dedication, we can achieve great results.